All right, there we go.
All right, all right.
I'm in a little nook in a little corner. I got a house full.
Hey, you can stay. You can
Oh,
stay like that. I'm gonna edit everything because I know you've been giving it out freely on Facebook, and if I could compile all the good gems that you give out for free, I would be rich indeed.
I'm telling you, I thank you so much, and I'm still learning. We never stop learning because this thing is so deep and it has so many layers, and energy never stops. So
Mm,
I'm constantly in class. You know what I'm saying? So I really have kind of backed off on really sharing a lot of information, not maliciously, but because it's so much always coming in and it's energy, you have to kind of keep
yes,
yourself contained. You know what I'm saying, and protect it too at the same time.
absolutely.
But it's good to be able to talk to those who can receive it and take it and do what they need to do with it, though.
Yeah, I felt as soon as I heard the sound. I said, "That's her."
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm like, we're gonna make it happen. I had took me a nap. I wasn't feeling that well. Um
Right.
and I said, let me get myself together and get them situated, and we finna do this. So we're being bombarded, baby. We being hit, like we are being blasted. The planet is being blasted. They told us that they released an article, and people can, all this information, you can go further with it, because my mind, I'm not the type of person who retains all this information. If it comes by me, then I can say, oh yeah, and add something to it, but I'm not the one that sits there and retaining that information. It come through me and it go, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we are being blasted. But they released an article not too long ago. They finally admitted, they'll give you some a
Yeah.
little truth with a lie, that our Earth's axis has shifted. And
Yes.
I think that went over a lot of people's head.
Can you hear the sound of the earth? Because I do every day.
You
I
hear,
sit
is
and
it
listen
is it
to
a humming?
it is a steady, constant hum, but it sounds like it's moving through something really fast.
Yeah, and I think some people get it more than others. Some people that I think have it so bad they have a name for it, and they're gonna give you a medical term, ain't gonna tell you what's really going on,
Ah, shit.
what's vibrationally wrong, but mine, it comes and goes. It's like a signal. It turns on and it turns off. You know what I'm saying? I know when it comes on, I know exactly what it is. But it comes on and it comes. But we're getting blasted. But they dropped that article, so people ought to know, with this is where your floods and your earthquakes, why they're becoming more often. Yes, they had machinery, CERN and other things that they were playing around with, but they not doing that much playing anymore. Earth is wide awake.
Let us first inform you about CERN. CERN is an acronym for the French Conseil Européen pour la Recherche Nucléaire and is located on the Franco-Swiss border. It is formerly known as the European Organisation for Nuclear Research. CERN may be unfamiliar to you, although the organisation has been in existence for quite some time. The organisation, which was founded in 1952, is known for conducting world-class physics research with an emphasis on understanding the atom. It is the world's largest particle physics lab and home to the world's largest accelerator, the LHC, or Large Hadron Collider. The LHC, built by CERN between 1998 and 2008, is the world's largest particle collider, contained in a 17-mile circumference tunnel sunk up to 175 meters underground. What exactly does it do? It accelerates high-energy particle beams to near light speed, where they collide at 4 points. The goal is to address some of the most fundamental questions in physics, ranging from the connections between subatomic particles to theories of space and time, the Big Bang, as well as Einstein's theory of relativity. The discovery of Higgs boson, popularly known as the God particle, in 2012 was a defining moment for the LHC. Before the Higgs boson was discovered on July 4, 2012, physicists had a theory but no proof for how fundamental particles such as electrons and quarks gained their mass. Such was the frustration that Leon Lederman, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist, wanted to title his 1993 book on the subject, The Goddamn Particle. If the universe is the answer, what is the question?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Earth is wide awake, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So They battling, but man, they ain't doing too much because the energy is not playing. Like, we are getting bombarded by gamma radiation. This is
Yes.
changing us on the cellular level on up, you know what I'm saying, to the physical level. So yeah, we're getting blasted. So yeah, people are tired. People are probably, people are getting walked in. They probably don't know they go from 0 to 100 real quick. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
Totally.
It's a lot of
That would explain the high crime rate.
yes, yes, yes. It's a lot of walk-ins. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they had to open some portals and let some negative energy in, as all of this powerful
Yeah.
positive energy or balanced energy is coming in, that's waking up the planet. So they've opened the gates, you know what I'm saying, of hell, if that's what we want to call it. I'm sure people have other terms. I don't get that technical, people.
It's,
But they have. So you are seeing people acting out of character. I'm sure people are right at home with their husband, their wife, their mama, their brother, their children. They are acting crazy. And these are, most of these are people who are very weak in their spirit. And it's not that weak, those, I ain't gonna say we, and I try to speak carefully so people don't get offended, but it's not those that have been awakened to whatever level will not get touched. That's not it. But you're supposed to be at a balance enough to know how to handle that energy.
right.
It's not that we're not gonna get a touch, because we've lived life, we've done some things, we got some karma in XYZ. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But yeah, this energy is not playing. You know what I'm saying? So like, they at full blast war with the planet and everything that come from it. Like, they at war. They never not have been at war, but like, we at the time that everybody in every religion and every belief had talked about, in the end, we right here. You know what I'm saying? The end, the new beginning.
It's spiritual warfare.
Man, took like, we in it. Like, if whatever pivotal point in Star Wars and in your you know what I'm saying, in your little ninja shows and shit, like, we fighting the dragon at the end of Mario. Like, we not
They tripping on the Black Mermaid.
man. And all of that is really all of that. You had the Black Mermaid, you had like Black Panther come out. You see a lot of a lot of our people leading in sports, and which we always have, but a lot of these things, because it's symbolically, it's telling you what's happening. Even though, some of those things that they may show us may be derogatory, or may be a man, a woman, and it's really a man. But whatever, they have them in a positive light, because symbolically it's telling you that this thing is turning around.
It is.
It is. Yeah, and it's not just because it's brown and all this. It's because I see our people get stuck in that. We understand that there's levels to everything, and the copper color people, are on the high spectrum of the level of beings. But this thing right here boils down to your heart.
Yes.
Righteousness, your heart. This is what this boils down to, because ultimately you were sent here, and it may sound crazy to others. That's how I kind of know where others fit too. You were sent here to protect and serve and do some more things, whatever your contract is. But the planet is the main objective. Just like if you were in the womb of your mother.
Damn right.
You and that baby is the main objective. And we are still in a womb. We're still in the water.
And we all got a duty to perform while we're here.
We all have a duty to perform. And it's none of these things that have been laid out for us to do. Like, none of it. The money, the jobs, the titles, like, none of that has anything to do with your contract. And I don't have to know your contract unless you are a non-player character.
An NPC, or non-player character, is a character that is not controlled by a player. It's someone who exists but is not really alive. Are you an NPC? Are you a computer-generated character driven by the code of the simulation, or are you a conscious player in your life? Most people in the world are so-called NPCs, They are characters existing, but they have no conscious control over their lives. And this is not science fiction, it's a psychological observation. Everyone is real, of course, but most people do not have a conscious control of their life. Even you might be an NPC. Here are 10 signs that a non-player character will show. See if you can identify yourself with any of them. 1. Every single day seems the same. You wake up, you check your phone, then you wash yourself, eat, go to work. After a couple of hours of soul-sucking work, you get back home, turn on the TV, eat something, maybe you sit at your computer and watch videos. And this is what most of your days are like. 2. Most of your conversations are about the weather, gossip, or complaining. There is always a biased response when you meet someone, "Hey, what's up?" or "How are you doing?" The same reply, "Not much." Or "Great, how about you?" Conversations range from what the weather is like to who did something, politics, and complaining. 3. You hate your job. Every time the weekend comes, you feel excited. You cannot wait for Friday. You wait the whole week for Friday. And the weekend comes, but it moves so quickly before you even realize it was here. Then, you dread Monday. You can't stand another week at your job. 4. You cannot go out and have fun by yourself. Going out means you need to find a couple of people that are willing to go out with you. Going out by yourself is not even comprehensible to you, and not yet having fun. The sole thought of going out by yourself is weird to you, it is uncomfortable and even scary. 5. You take the same path every day. No matter if it's commuting to work or going to the grocery store, you take the same path. It's always the same path, the same commute, the same mindless walk. You can't even remember when you started taking that path every single day. 6. More than 90% of your thoughts are the same thoughts you think every day. The moment you wake up, you start thinking the same old thoughts you thought of the day before, and the day before, and the day before. I need to do this, I want to do this, I hate her, I like this, I love him, how dare they, I am bored, I am hungry. The same loop. 7. You don't know your purpose. You see people on videos and social media chasing goals, grinding, following their purpose, and you feel inspired. However, you have no clue what your purpose is. You don't know why you are here. You feel as if you are missing out on something. 8. You are reactive to others. Most of your actions are out of reaction to something. You get angry, or sad, or excited, or happy, and your actions are based on these emotions. You get triggered and you act, there is no space between the stimuli and your action. 9. All of the choices you make are mainstream. Most of the movies you love are mainstream, most of the songs you like are mainstream, the books you read, the beliefs you have, your opinions, it's all mainstream. Your preferences and personality traits fit in the group of people you identify yourself as. 10. You feel powerless to have a free will. Most if not all of your choices are not even yours. You think they are, but they are really desires of the past, manipulation by your ego, emotional reactions, generated by the flow of your environment, others' advices. You haven't had a choice that is completely by you. A quote by Oscar Wilde, quote, "To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all."
So we have gotten off of our square completely, and
So we got a lot of NPCs running around.
it's a lot. Like, I don't think people know how much. Like, I don't even think people know. People are kind of like waiting for aliens to come out of the sky and stuff like that, and non-play. Like, all that's around you. All of that's around you. Some of them even look like you.
And they've been
They
here
are not your friend.
whatsoever.
Yeah, they not your friend. They might have your color.
You
They
can
not.
go to Walmart and spot a whole bunch of them. Huh?
Yeah, and then you got some people, they've been cloning. You know what I'm saying? When you can literally put something in a habitat, and you can do certain things to it and biologically change that whole being. It's been
Yeah.
done.
Yes.
And they've gone even further than that, and then they continue to do things that are messing with us biologically, physically,
And
spiritually, mentally.
why do our people think that like only God can do that when we see them doing it?
Because once you teach and tell a conscious, sentient anything something, once that becomes aware of it, like it says, once you show somebody something, they can't unsee it.
Right.
So we have been taught that for how long? Not just this lifetime, like many other lifetimes. It was some kind of program that took down that era. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But once you program that and you get away from yourself, what the beings that we are, our attention is gonna go elsewhere.
Yeah.
And like that's just it. So they have made us put something, and people hate to say God, like it just tears them up, but that's what they have given us, and we have to go. I'm like, people gotta start doing etymology on words, because when you
Yes.
start looking at these names and these words, these things are equal. It's equal, like it's equal.
Oh my goodness.
I don't care where you want to go. You want to go to Egypt, you want to go to the Phoenicians, you want to trickle
Yeah.
down to the Indians, like you want to go to Mesopotamia, like Aztec, all that, like wherever you want to go with it.
I know a place. Ain't nobody crying. Ain't nobody worried. Ain't no smiling faces. No, no, flying to the races. Help me. Come on. Somebody help me now. I'll take you there. Help me, y'all. I'll take you there. Help me now. I'll take you there. Oh, I'll take you there. Oh, mercy. I'll take you there. Oh, let me take.
That's true.
Egypt, all of it. You want to go to, and then we go. To me, another place we never go far back, since a lot of people like to study everything and stay in books, which that's good, but like some people just be too in books and don't, get with it. Like even before all that, it was women that ran this shit.
How many times we gotta say it?
It was women, and yes, it went rogue somehow. And I'm sure, someone could give me more input on that, but it went rogue because that was a time where that you had men, they would castrate themselves to be a part of these women cults.
Hmm.
So that lets you know it was how far back was that? When we go to let me see, trying to think, the cult of Sybil.
Sybil?
Yes, and that's, man, I can't give you the time on it. It don't stay in my mind, but like this is far back this stuff goes, and it connects all the way over to here. You go back, you look up these things, Amma, Big Mama. You know what I'm saying? This
Yes.
is where they get these for. These people it was a worship. They
Yeah.
worship the mother and the hole the portal that we give life.
Exactly.
But at
Exactly.
some point, for men to be in those clubs, they had to castrate themselves. They had to wear the makeup and stuff come from the men. It's not women. That's why they really laughing at us now with our face all painted up.
Damn.
The
Wow.
men that had the long eyelashes, that's a man. Men have
That's
longer
right.
eyelashes.
So Allah really was a lot.
Yes. Yes. Like, yes, we have to stop. We gotta just stop it and be real with it. Like, I'm like, if you're gonna dig, then go on and dig all the way. Stop.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
so, yes, you go back to all of that a lot. You got the L and the oh, it's just so much. It's all connected. Like, whichever way you want to go. And then at some point, it wasn't even names like that. It was like tetragrammaton. It was,
Oh my
the
God.
shapes and stuff. You know
I
what I'm
swear to
saying?
God, I was just thinking if she knows about sacred geometry, it's a wrap.
Yeah, like so, you know what I'm saying? These people hitting us with numbers and letters and shapes, and we have no idea. We
None.
don't, we don't know. So,
And Hollywood is doing a hell of a job for them.
man, when I tell you, it's you can't watch anything with it, and I guess it's always a aha moment to me. Even if I feel like I know something, I'm still like amazed at how much they smush it in our face.
They,
Because you can't watch
they do.
anything. Yeah, they smush it in our face. You
Uh,
can't watch anything without, the symbolism there.
yep.
It's from the letters, the numbers, the colors. You got your vowels that wasn't always there. You got your
Yeah.
consonants that are interchangeable. It's like these people are running.
Let me take you play your piano now. All right. Come on now, play on it, play on it. Daddy now, daddy, daddy, daddy. Ooh, all right now, baby, little lady, need you here, help me out. Come on, little lady, all right. Doing something so. I know a place, y'all. I'll take you there. Ain't nobody crying.
They are bad.
Yeah, bad.
And
So,
imagine how they're viewing all of this shit, even though they got their own work to do and need to be preparing for this shift, this
oh, yeah.
paradigm shift.
Yeah, because they can't take this heat. See, we don't know how folks feel who can't this sun how the sun make them feel. We do not know anything about this. And
Right.
the heat that is coming here now is a destroyer of all cancers. I don't care, unbalanced
And they
heart.
they can't stop it.
They cannot, it's nothing they can do with
They
it. It is,
they be trying to white it out. They be whiting out the sun, but the UV rays it's still on and popping.
yes,
The
I
gamma
mean,
rays on and popping.
the sky looks so crazy to me. Like I don't even know. It's so crazy, and I'm sure many people can attest to this. Like I don't know, it's layers upon layers upon, it'll be just like somebody took a paintbrush and whited it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't see this whole half of the sky type stuff going on, but things have changed. Like, man, yeah, it's going down, and they cannot stop it. Like, it's so hot now. They were trying to get it cool about the last kind of couple of weeks,
Mhm.
but baby, it was blasting a day. I'm like, I'm sure they spraying all night long and
Where
all in
you
the
at?
morning.
You're in
I,
Tennessee, right?
I'm in Tennessee. And so, they keep us going, but it's nothing that they can do. Like, it is nothing. And I feel like it's going to come to a point where all of the things that they're doing with CERN, which they ain't doing too much, because
Right.
some of that stuff is completely shut down. But still, all the things with their spraying, all the things that they're doing that is pushing too much energy against our planet. She's going, and I say she do not mean in no woman or anything like that, but she's gonna shake and respond.
Oh yeah.
That whether that's the reversal you know, whatever terminology you want to use, she's gearing up to shake their ass for playing. We have put out so much, and we have been a part of it as well. I had to look up myself. That's who you look at. You don't look at anybody else. When I got on this journey, and people, I skip around. How my mind work, I go all over. So if you saying I'm going all over, I am. I apologize.
Let's go. Let's
But
go.
that's how I
everywhere.
go. But
Yeah.
when I woke up on this journey, and this thing ain't easy and it ain't nice. It ain't easy and it is not nice. Anybody tell you are they front? Because we got a lot of front and spiritual folks out here right now. Same thing that went on religion is going on with spirituality. Real bad right now.
Damn.
Real bad. You can be deceived, and it's bad because you got a lot of people that's trying to seek and find truth and heal and find themselves, and you have people who have got a piece of the journey and is just doing the same thing that got us to this point. And that's on them. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing sad about it. That's on them. They know damn better. This time though ain't gonna be this ain't the time to play. I promise you. The energy that's here now, you're gonna get hit so hard. You're gonna get hit so hard for
strike and 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 strike until you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory, God. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of shouting and singing. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. The Lord says it is done. For I hear victory, 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 victory in the corridors of heaven. In the corridors of heaven, victory, 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 victory. For angels are being released right now. Angels are being dispatched right now. Hamanda aka ata raka teda baka sanda ata ambo osa kata rite eke banda ata rike didi ashata. For angels have even been dispatched from Africa right now. Africa right now. Africa right now. From Africa.
That I would advise you to get your heart right and do what's right, move in righteousness.
Oh yeah.
That's on them. But when I went through this journey and I woke up and I realized the hell that we were living in, and I also realized the hell that I had participated in and helped cause.
Right.
It was just like dropping Allison down that hole and falling. You know what I'm talking about? And falling.
Oh yeah.
That's the way it was. Yes. And so
It is.
Yes, that's the way it is.
Wonderland.
Yes. And you go through your stages. You go through where you want to say the world, or you sad as hell for everybody. You feel all of the heart. You go through all them stages.
Impact.
Yes, it impacts. Yes, you go through all them.
Be no empath. I mean, you feel everybody's pain, everybody's hurt, and you can't do nothing about it.
You can't. You can't do nothing about it because it literally is up to you. You know what I'm saying? You can read a million pamphlets. You can do a many yoni steams and sages as you want to. Like at the end of the day, it boils down to accountability of everything.
So besides the peace task in the house,
hey,
Michelle, you don't know Taz from Crumb TV?
I know the name. I don't know, like, if I was to see them on social media or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I know the name though. When I see the name, I know the name.
Peace and love to both the sisters. I'm just stopping by, just seeing what y'all were doing. I see the invite.
Yeah, we're kicking it. It's going to be on and popping.
Yeah, just checking in. It's a pleasure to meet you or see you again. I can't recall if I saw you on Crumb TV or not. I was there a minute, but regardless, it's still a pleasure.
Same to you. No, I never was on there. I went live, and it was just something we did on the humble, real quick, one time. That's it. But that's kind of how we met.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On the live. We have to dig that live up. See what
Yeah. I cried on that live.
that must have been a really deep subject.
Yeah, it was just kind of open, being real. I kind of just be real with it. I think I was speaking about my children, just like I was just speaking about how when I had woken up, I had seen the things that I had done,
Oh,
and it was heavy. It was heavy. I knew how much I had
yeah.
helped contributed to the detriment of not only myself, my children, but the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
Yep.
so yeah, it's phases. It's
And we do
phases.
that. We do that like a mug. I mean,
Yeah.
we are the reason for our own demise.
Period. Like once you
All of it.
realize that, yeah, that's what it is. And you see a lot of people, they point the fingers, and yeah, we've had, people had parents or abused things that shouldn't have been done to them, but ultimately we pick up that baton and we take it and we make
That's
it even worse. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately we have to take that accountability. That's what it boils down to. And I see a lot of people trying to go around. They wish they can light their candlesticks away around accountability, and it's not gonna work.
wow. And drugs don't help either, huh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it does not help. Like it's not gonna work. Your child is still gonna be acting out, or your relationships are still gonna be unbalanced, or you still gonna be having this problem, that problem. Like you have to face those things which
Yeah.
cause you to drop into a low state. It's just it.
A lot of that shit, you have to laugh it off.
Yeah, because it's okay. It's okay. What is done is
Tell it.
done. Sometimes things just need to be acknowledged and you move on.
So I have a yellow boned neighbor across the hall,
Mm-hmm.
like obese,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I guess she got a hold to some ooey.
Uh-huh.
Out in the hallway naked.
Wow.
Yeah, and wouldn't go in her apartment. The police had to come and get her, and she was saying how her mother's the Queen of England, and she didn't care. My man walked out there to take the garbage out, didn't know what was going on, and came
Mm.
back like, damn, the bitch across the hall is in the hallway naked.
Oh yeah, see man, they didn't hit us so bad, and I mean I'm sure it's worldwide, but I'm gonna
How
just
do
speak
you recover? How do you
on the U
recover from something like that?
I don't know. They've hit us so hard in the US with these just synthetic drugs. And that was again to help knock you out during this awakening.
You
And I
think
remember when they done it was about, even though okay, heroin has always been out there, but the
right?
fentanyl has always been out there. But what they did was they held back all the other drugs for a long period of time, and they flooded the United
And
States.
they're out there now.
Man, it's everywhere and it's
Well, that's
bad.
not everybody killing everybody.
Yes, let me tell you, I personally know people in their 20s that are strung out, young males, young women.
Damn. Is it a pill?
No,
What is it?
it's like
It's the weed.
no, well, actually they got it in the weed. They have different names for it. I learned about it when I went down to New Orleans. One name which has multiple names is called Mojo. They said that thing so bad. And it's like weed, but they said it is so bad that it'll have you standing there bent over like some real hard heroin. They said during the Katrina, it was so bad um, that addicts they didn't hardly speak about that, of course, but that they were the raping and the killing going on from the addicts down there was so bad it wasn't even funny.
Damn.
And pretty
They're
much
not reporting this on mainstream media, are they?
no, but if you go
Like this.
if you go and look up places like Philadelphia, I think it's one place called Kensington. I'm sure someone can knows a little bit more, but if you just Google that area, it's you can't even ride down the street. They just hanging over like statues.
Zombies and shit.
Yes, yes.
Because you
Yes.
know the CDC already told us to go look at The Walking Dead, right?
Right. See, because you gonna have them kind, and then some of these people gonna be spazzing out because they done took a shot, and ain't no telling what. Oh, I might should
Oh
have
my
said that.
God. And
But okay, but they're gonna bug out because baby, you online now. You done went online. You on Meta, literally, and I ain't talking about the phone. I'm talking about the micro liquid chips that was in some things,
mm,
and that literally go online. They put you online. So their bodies are going to be experiencing some things that doctors not gonna know what it is, not what it are, what it is. Or they'll give you a name like they always have, but a lot of this they're not even gonna know what to call it. But yeah, they're gonna yeah.
damn.
Oh yeah.
And Michelle, that kind of stuff is scary to me, and that's why I I don't look at that. But when I be reading some of your posts, they be so deep. I be like,
Yeah, and it's
that's,
like I'm not a fearful. I don't even worry. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
no,
In
at the
my
same
mind,
time, no, you be calling it though. Like
yeah. And then in my mind, I know some people be like, it's panicky or maybe it's fear mongering, but it's not. It's
it's real.
it's real. You know what I'm It's just real. It's really just real. But you would have to watch something sci-fi.
Check it out. If all of that is true and happening right now, then this is the moment we feared.
Yes, this is it. I can't even for the Christians. The other day I was thinking, well, I've thought multiple times. I'm like, I thought always growing up, like we was waiting on revelation time to be doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I even thought
The
like
revelation.
right. I thought even like with Farrakhan, like when it came down to this time about 2, 3 years ago, he was about to step in and he would have been calling orders. You know, this how because
Right.
little when I was little looking at them and listening to that, that's the way I thought. Now I'm like, we here and everybody quiet, subdued.
Like a motherfucker.
Do you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Under like under lock code, key lock code, like
So so check it out. So I sit here at my desk, or what I call my office. I have a window right by me that I keep open all the damn time, right?
that's good.
A lot of my fan's on now, but usually my fan won't be on, and it'll be just silent, just my birds in the back. Okay, there is a steady, loud as fuck, constant hum or frequency of the earth.
Yeah.
No, I even said, you know, I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna record it on my computer and then amplify it. And I did. It's like, it's loud. I'm thinking, why ain't nobody talking about this loud ass motherfucking earth? It's louder
Because
than
I'm not sure that everybody can hear it.
if there's other noise going in, then no. Like now, my fan is on, I can't hear it. But the moment I shut my house down and my windows open right here,
Uh-huh.
it's putting out some frequency.
And have you ever been around where you hear it and know and the other person doesn't?
No, when I bring my boyfriend in here
Uh-huh.
and I shut it down, I said, "Can you hear this?" And he'll say, "Yeah, yeah." I said, "That's the fucking earth." Check this out, Michelle. Also, a long time ago, I noticed that I see subatomic particles, which Neil deGrasse Tyson just waved it off as, you know, eye issues where there's floating things floating around in your eye and shit.
Yeah.
These or some shit. But check it out. I proved it. One day I was sitting in the car with my boyfriend and looking at the sunlight was getting ready to set.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really, really bright. And I told him, I said, pick a space in the light and just focus on it for like 10 seconds or so.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it. He was like, oh my God, like what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
He saw
He
what I
saw.
subatomic particles
Mm-hmm.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
So it
Everywhere.
bothered me so much that I wrote Neil deGrasse Tyson, that black fake scientist. That
Uh-huh.
yeah, he was like, he had this Goonie write me back and say, yeah, you don't see sometimes.
Yeah, cause
I know I see them motherfuckers.
oh yeah,
Now
definitely.
I know I hear this motherfucker every day, all day. I'm listening,
And yeah, and see,
and it's
you have,
fast.
yeah, you have, and see, what all it is you have people that are tuned to different frequencies. They can see those and see them as clear as you and I,
Right.
or or you can get glimpse of it. It just but it's there. It is there like you and I. It's just
It is.
our bodies have been manipulated so bad that we're not in tune with it to be able to see it like that, as natural as we should. I remember one night I was sitting at home. I don't even do it anymore. Just, I don't know, no particular reason, but sit in the back of my home is a good view. And I would watch the sunset.
Mhm.
Sometimes I just sit up out there under the moonlight just to sit back there, and the back is peaceful. But I was able to see. I don't know what you want to call it, but if you can imagine, like I guess if you get dizzy and you see a bunch of little specks of stars,
Mhm.
but that's the way I saw it as a grid.
Oh, you saw the grid.
Yes, and it blew my mind. It didn't freak me out. It blew my mind. But I was and I couldn't
Did it
hold it.
look like the yellow brick road?
It did. It
I know.
and it but it was they were I would say in it was just a sea. It was so a sea, but it was just a sea of like if you want to say stars, but they were
They were
like, yes, it was
grid.
just like the net. I don't know how you describe
Oh
it, but
shit.
it tripped me out. It tripped me out, and I hadn't been able to I'll say focus like that.
When you
Again, I or
saw it,
maybe I haven't went with that intent, but
when you saw it, were you thinking, "Oh God," or "Great technology"?
and I was just glad to see, just glad to see it, glad to see it. I wasn't thinking, oh, I definitely wasn't thinking,
Wow.
oh, I wasn't thinking, oh, nothing.
Okay.
I was just, it was good to see. Experience is everything.
Right. What's your sign?
Aries.
What's your sign? Aries.
Aries, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And I don't know the rest, y'all.
You're
So
the first. You're the alpha. You're the
Ye-
alpha.
it's making sense. I'm learning and learning, but it's making sense. Yeah. What
Yeah.
about yourself? I done forgot. I know you told
Virgo.
me.
Oh my God. I'm so traditional Virgo. It don't make no damn sense.
Smart.
It don't make no damn sense. It's like a curse. It's like a blessing and a curse at
Yeah, yeah.
the
Y'all
same
perfectionists.
time. I wouldn't say perfectionist. I would say extremely analytical.
Yeah, yeah, that
Right.
works. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that works. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't even have we don't have time. Everything has to be analyzed. Soon as
Yes.
it comes in, all day, every day.
Yeah. I have a friend that is Virgo. And I know people just, some people take it lightly, some people take it real heavy, but since we use it, I go with that. But I think he overthinks so much that it blocks him in and it hinders him because he analyze everything, and but he's on the spectrum of where it hinders him, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
from making progression.
But see here, what I found is that once I found out what a traditional Virgo was and what all traits I had, then I was able to manipulate most of those traits. I was able to keep the ones that I wanted and tweak the ones that, that I didn't want.
That's it right there.
Yeah, because ultimately it's going to come down to you knowing yourself and
Mm-hmm.
figuring out that it doesn't even matter what someone else thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it never did.
Never did.
We
Never.
spent all that time trying to please some mofo, and it turns out like it never even mattered.
Never even matter. Like
'Cause we got too much shit to do to even be worried about what somebody else
you mess
thinks.
around, be trying to please somebody who is a non-player character. Like they don't even think for themselves.
They don't.
Like you literally might be listening to somebody that like, oh, I mean, for real, like somebody who could be deemed mentally something. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
For real, for real, for real. That's the time. Yeah. No, you better trust
Saying,
yourself. You
like,
better
right.
trust
Why would
yourself.
you listen like to a super stupid motherfucker, which we know that they're everywhere?
Some people are really fucking stupid. Did you ever notice that? How many really stupid people you run into during the day? God damn, there's a lot of stupid bastards walking around. Carry a little pad and pencil with you. You wind up with 30 or 40 names by the end of the day. Look at it this way. Think of how stupid the average person is, and then realize half of them are stupider than that. And it doesn't take you very long to spot one of them, does it? Take you about 8 seconds. You'll be listening to some guy. You say, this guy is fucking stupid.
Everywhere. And I mean, people, like, don't say that, but no, like, it's time to start saying things as they are.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
we have been downgraded so bad mentally, physically, that we literally are not thinking. It's hard to think. It's hard to
Isn't
put
it?
things together.
Ain't it surreal?
Yes.
Just how fucked we can be
Oh, yeah, literally. Emotionally,
as a human.
most people can't handle anything
Yeah, which
at all. Like a basic conversation will go from 0 to 10, and they really not computing what you're saying.
no, no, they can't list 10 things that you said because they're not listening.
Not totally, yeah, totally. Like
Etymology wise, they're not listening to
they're
you.
not listening.
They can't even list 5 things that you said when you're talking to them.
No, and that's literally how bad we have been worked
It is.
over, and that's just like the hard facts of it. Like you dealing with infants.
And it's crazy in how I don't watch TikTok, but I'm forced to see some of it through
Right.
social media, and it's the age differences are split like a motherfucker. The genders are split like a motherfucker. Nobody's even on the same page.
And that's how this system that we're up under, or this program that we up under, that's how it works with division, divination. This is where fracturing. This is what they operate off of. They fracture the mind, fracture the body, fracture the soul. Different religions, all that is fracturing, dividing.
And it
The
seemed
politics.
like they never get tired or get enough or just stop. And
No, because whatever they are, and people can, elaborate more and add, whatever they are, they feed off of that.
they do.
That's their food source.
That's
Period.
right.
That energy of fear, of depression, of doubt, that frequency, whatever number, level, whatever color, whatever that put out that's their food source. Along with some good old, whatever else they drinking,
Right.
red stuff they drinking. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, So, but yeah, that's their food source. So, just like folks around here eating whatever else you eating every day you need for your food, this
Right.
is their food source. Now, I think what trips me out is the conversation or the topic of where did they and we,
Yes. Yes.
come from. And, I
Why
can't act.
can't we figure that out?
I don't know, and I can't act like I have like all no answers on it. Only thing, let me tell you something that keeps coming. I know, there's different kind of beings and species. We're all right here anyway. You have some that are not. There's some unseen. There's some within the earth, or on and on. But look, I lost my train of thought. I was
But you
doing
know
good.
what you just said though? A Christian was thinking would be thinking that you tripping like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, but I'm like, they didn't sit there and read them scriptures all the time over and over again, and they explained exactly how this thing was gonna go down.
Okay. Revelation.
Yeah, like, okay, we here with it. Like, but that program, it makes you do right what you see people doing. Nothing, be subdued.
Is
Like,
right. And that's why they're still winning to this day is because our people are still compliant and helping them.
oh yeah, they didn't ran this program so long. Like I said, whatever they are, they feed off of, and I don't know where they came from. That's where I got lost. My thing, I feel like eugenics has been going on so long.
Yeah.
You could have, and I say that because we have been here, just as we've been here,
Oh yeah. We've been
but somebody that made something they ain't had no business making. They want, to me, that, they keep saying somebody, they came and invaded the planet. Yeah, that went on too,
okay.
but we
Okay.
know how eugenics go. They make, if they sit here and make animals
Yeah.
that we call pets, some of them
Thank
even we
you.
call pets, and they'll make GMO mosquitoes. They'll do this. They can do these little clone babies and stuff.
Yeah.
Why do you not think that they have not created a race that was able, like a computer program? You can create a program and it can eventually become sentient.
Telling you. I'm telling you. So
Something like
soon
some.
as they study and crack open how big their in vitro fertilization program is, that's gonna say a lot.
Yes, because and that's been happening right up under our nose. When you
Hitler's army.
realize, yeah, when you realize, like, the dead people is right here, them people ain't never been able to really reproduce. This is why they have all these facilities, all these, like, this is for them.
Right. And why is there so many of them? They're
So
everywhere.
everywhere, and they can't pop out Hollywood one, if that.
I said we've been getting beat up by AI.
Yes, but all along, literally all along, they can barely pop out one. Then if you go and look in these.
Let me